Hello, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel R Classes. I am Dr. KK Misra. This video tutorial in series of the video tutorials on key highlights in Companies Act 2013 part 4. Herein, this part 4 of this video tutorial, I will be covering on prospectus and offer. Prospectus and public offer. The 2013 Act has introduced a new section, Section 23, to explicitly provide the ways in which a public company or private company may issue securities. This section explains that a public company may issue securities in any of the following manners: to public through prospectus, through private placement, or through rights issue or a bonus issue. For private companies, this section provides that it may issue securities through private placement by way of rights issue or bonus issue. Section 23 also provides that compliance with provisions of Part 1st of Chapter 3rd is required for the issue of securities to public through prospectus. For private placement, compliance with the provisions of Part 2nd of Chapter 3rd are required. The Act also introduces certain changes with respect to prospectus and public offers aimed at enhancing disclosure requirements as well as streamlining the process of issuance of securities. Now the issue of prospectus. Currently, the matters and reports to be included in the prospectus are specified in parts 1st and 2nd of Schedule 2nd of the Companies Act 1956. In the Companies Act 2013, the information to be included in the prospectus is specified in Section 26 of Companies Act 2013. The Companies Act 2013 mandates certain additional disclosures too, as any litigation or legal action pending or taken by a government department or a statutory body during the last 5 years immediately preceding the year of the issue of prospectus against the promoter of the company. Sources of promoters' contribution. The 2013 Act has also relaxed the disclosure requirements in some areas. Examples of certain disclosures not included in 13 Act are as follows, like particulars regarding the company and other listed companies under the same management which made any capital issues during the last 3 years, export possibilities, export obligations, etc. Details regarding collaboration. Here, the Companies Act 2013 states that the report by the auditors on the assets and liabilities of the business shall not be earlier than 180 days before the issue of the prospectus. Section 26, Clause 1st, B, Subclause 3rd of Companies Act 2013. The Companies Act 1956 currently requires that the report will not be earlier than 120 days before the issue of the prospectus. Now, variation in terms of contract or objects. The Act states that a special resolution is required to vary the terms of a contract referred to in the prospectus or objects for which the prospectus was issued. This is given in detail in Section 27, Clause 1st of Companies Act 2013. The Companies Act 1956 currently requires approval in a general meeting by way of an ordinary resolution. The Companies Act 2013 also requires that dissenting shareholders shall be given an exit offer by promoters or controlling shareholders. The detail of this change is given in Section 27, Clause 2 of Companies Act 2013. Now, offer of sale of shares by certain members of the company. The 2013 Act includes a new section under which members of a company, in consultation with the board of directors, may offer a part of their holding of shares to the public. The document by which the offer of sale to the public is made will be treated as the prospectus issued by the company. The member shall reimburse the company all expenses incurred by it. This is given in detail in Section 28 of Companies Act 2013. Shelf prospectus. The 2013 Act extends the facility of shelf prospectus by enabling SEBI to prescribe the classes of companies that may file a self prospectus. The 1956 Act currently limits the facility of self prospectus to public financial institutions, public sector banks or scheduled banks. Section 31 subclause 1st of Companies Act 2013 states it clearly. GDRs, that is Global Depository Receipts. The 2013 Act includes a new section to enable the issue of depository receipts in any foreign country subject to prescribed conditions. This is given in detail in Section 41 of Companies Act 2013. Currently, the provisions of Section 81 of the Companies Act 1956 relating to further issue of shares are being used in conjunction with the requirements mandated by SEBI for the issuance of depository receipts. In several aspects across the 2013 Act, it appears that the 2013 Act supplements the powers of SEBI by incorporating requirements already mandated by SEBI. Private placement. Yes, this is for private, in fact, companies. The Act 2013 requires that certain specified conditions are complied with in order to make an offer or invitation of offer by way of private placement or through the issue of a prospectus. The offer of securities or invitation to subscribe securities in a financial year shall be made to such number of persons not exceeding 50 or such higher number as may be prescribed, excluding qualified institutional buyers and employees of the company being offered securities under a scheme of employees stock option in a financial year and on such conditions, including the form and manner of private placement as may be prescribed. This provision of the Act is in line with the existing provision of Companies Act 1956. The allotments with respect to any earlier offer or invitation may have been completed. All the money payable towards the subscription of securities shall be paid through check, demand draft, or any other banking channels, but not by cash. The offer shall be made only to such persons whose names are recorded by the company prior to the invitation to subscribe, and that such persons shall receive the offer by name. The company offering securities shall not release any advertisements or utilize any media, marketing or distribution channels or agents to inform the public at large about such an offer. Section 42 of Companies Act 2013 highlights this fact. So this was all about this video tutorial. I hope that you have liked it, and if you have liked it, please do not forget to subscribe my YouTube channel or classes and press the bell button and pass it on to others, those who are needy now and in the future. Thank you. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a nice time. Best of luck.